We are trying to fix the robot from the Lost in Space, the robot. And this is Dad's, and we're trying to fix it for him. Got it for him for Christmas, and it unfortunately had some batteries stuck in it from the year 1998. So it had some, let's say, corrosion. What did the corrosion look like? Here's a picture. I am not a professional nor an expert. I am teaching myself how to repair things, so I might fumble around figuring things out, and you guys can figure things out with me perhaps. So let's get into it and see how badly this guy has been damaged. And we have the battery compartment down here, which, by the way, the original screw had stripped, and Remy came in really clutch. The optional screw holder. We actually found an optional screw down there. And let's go ahead and take a look at the battery compartment first. And as we can see in here, it is looking pretty nasty. Unfortunately, vinegar is not doing really anything. We can dab it in there and it's not reacting at all. Which is blue stuff. I was going to assume that this was some sort of battery corrosion, but it just isn't coming off. And even if we scrape at it for a little while, it's still not really moving very much. So what I've done is I went onto Amazon and I found some of these. The original batteries for this robot is LR44s, and we found some LR44 terminals. These are made for just popping some batteries in, and we got the contacts here, and they have some metal pieces here, prod up, and there we go, push them out, and we have contacts. And we don't have to worry about space for any different batteries or anything else, so that should be good. And we'll just solder these up, and we should be okay. So what we're gonna have to do though is figure out how we take this guy apart and see how he comes apart. Hopefully it's fairly easy. We've got some recessed screws here, and I'm not seeing any up top is the only issue. It's gonna be interesting. Perhaps this lower piece just separates here at this area, and that's the only issue. So let's see, we need a screwdriver. Will this fit in there? Yes, it will. This thing has not been opened since 1998. Or actually probably before, because it was manufactured before 1998, at least I'm assuming. And there's one screw, ourselves organized. And another top screw here. These are stuck in there pretty good. Nice ample amount of force to get in there. I had some issue with that screw, so let's go and work on this too. I think they cheaped out on these screws when they built this originally. Diamond Select. Paranoid, I didn't mention what this thing is. It's a Lost in Space robot Diamond Select toy. Okay, and that's one, that's two. This other one out, come on now. Dang, it's being a bit, okay, there we go. All right, so these two things look like they're on here, I'm assuming. They go up here. All right. So, got some wires and some tape here. Oh, this thing come out from? Okay, it's a wheel. Okay. Bottom half. We'll have to take those other screws out later. Actually, that one already came out. That one's still stuck in there, right there. So we got this track here, and we've got our gizmos. Doesn't look too horrible. Got another wheel. All right, looks pretty simple. We got this little control board here, and then we got our contacts here. So almost looks big enough so you could pull out. We'll have to remember how those wheels go back in there. Actually, the wheels, I don't think the wheels are even motorized, you know, looking at them. Got a speaker there, presuming, and there's some speaker holes there. All right, so now we just have to get these worked out. Have to jump on the soldering bench now. The only issue is we've got some corrosion on this wire here. So we got some corrosion on this wire here, so we're gonna have to peel that back. And I don't know if we should just attach a wire here or if we should peel this wire back. How much space do we have on this? Not a lot. Could do another wire. Maybe. Need to buy some more wires. I really don't have a lot of extra wiry stuff. Use a GST connector if we had to. We might just shorten this up, strip it, and see how that goes. But this shouldn't be too bad. We should be okay. All right, let's go ahead and throw ourselves out to the garage in the freezing, frigid cold of Texas at the moment, and see if we can get this guy repaired. Look at this. It's all sleet too. It's not really snow, it's sleet. Now we get to work. Let's go ahead and turn the monitor on, turn our microscope on, and put our SD card in to record. Grab a robot. That's a pretty close picture. That'll work though. All we need to do is solder that connection up and we should be okay. So let's go ahead and turn that. Our solder iron will be at, ooh, hang on here. What happened to this? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what happened there, but something happened. That was our cheap AT, whatever it says. It's a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff of a Duo soldering iron and hot air thing. Oh well. All right, cool, here we go. I'll turn the extractor on. Even though we're outside, still don't want any air particulates to be breathed in. I think the best course of action would be just heat this joint off and pop off the wire. Oh, this is the wrong, oh no, this is the right one. How come this isn't? Because it's oxidized? The tip might be oxidized, and that's probably what the problem is. It's not heating that joint up at all. So let's go ahead and grab our brush, let's clean this up a little bit. Yeah, it's all shiny and silver. I think that makes sense. And let's go ahead and pre-tin here. Add a little bit of solder. There we go. Now let's try heating that joint up. Would that make any difference? Wow, that's not really making a difference either, huh? We are at 700 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. There we go, that'll work. I'll go and clean this wire off a little bit too over here. Alright, put that back into its holder, and we'll leave the wires in the orientation they're in. This one might actually just pop off itself, we'll see. Might stink a little bit with that oxidation rust, whatever this is. Man, I don't know why this is taking as long as it is. Let's try it without pre-tinning it. That might be a mistake, we'll see. Yeah, let's try a little solder. Add a little solder over here. I don't want to damage this guy. I know we got a dollop on there. Let's try that. Wow. You know, probably could just cut this off. How does that wire look? Iffy. Alright, we might have to replace that. We'll see. Alright, now that we got that desoldered, we need to bend these connectors up, and I don't know if they'll pop out or not. Probably should also unscrew that board off. Well, we can clean it out a little easier too. We're going to turn out the soldering iron to 750 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's try desoldering some more of that solder off. Will you start heating up properly? Yes, you will. Thank you. This braid in there, hopefully. Okay, one problem I always have with this stuff is this braid gets super hot. I probably shouldn't leave it intact. I should probably only get a little bit on there. You know, let me also try something here. I wonder, would these be thin enough to just cut? Yes, it will. That will solve our issue, I think. There we go. That was enough. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so this braid really gets hot. I probably should just cut it off and just use like that much and cut that off, and I don't know. How do you guys keep your fingertips from getting hot? Maybe I need some of those gloves, heat-resistant gloves or something. All right, now can we just push these things in and out? Can we pull them out? Do we have to get sophisticated or just unga-bunga it out? Okay, that's one out. That one had the little corkscrew thing going on. Can we push this in? Yes, we can. Now we need to clean this up. Let's give some Q-tips and some isopropyl alcohol. Let's go and clean this out. Make sure we don't leave any corrosive elements in here. This is the only brush I can find offhand. I mean, it works for the most part. Let's see. A little more cleaning on this inside here. I see some like blue in there. All right, one final cleaning. All right, good to go. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this under the microscope and see How we're looking. That looks pretty good. Oh, well, it's not great in there, huh? Not great there either. So let's go ahead and take a pick, because now I don't know if this stuff is inert or if it will grow if we don't take care of it now. So we're gonna play it safe and do it this way. Let's grab some tweezers and just come out here and kind of pick this out. You know, I don't know how far we need to go with it, but make sure that we get the majority out. Like sometimes corrosive elements can go around. Don't want this to have any more problems. Sometimes I gotta keep telling myself or reminding myself it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, that's about as good as we're gonna get it. 100 times better than what it was. Okay. Now let's go ahead and grab our new contacts. We might need to rebuild the wire. I'm not sure yet. We got this one and we got this one. So this is going to be negative. So let's find out which one's negative in here. Okay, that's positive, so this is negative. So hopefully these fit. All right, I think that might do it. Doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good, honestly. I'm gonna just nudge this into place, make sure it's a tight fit. Sure it's not gonna wiggle around anywhere. Go ahead and hold it down, flip it over, and we're gonna bend this out. There we go. So now we've got this like that, and then how does it look from the inside? Looks really good. Now we'll do the positive side. That's pretty good. Flip it over and bend this contact over. There we go. And how does that look? Pretty good. I think that might work, I hope. The robot back into position. And we've got to solder up. The left is red, the right is black. So, do we pre-tin this? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Let's go ahead and pre-tin this contact here. So, let's go ahead and move the robot out of the way and put that there. So let's go ahead and pre-tin this red positive terminal. Check third or fourth time, and we got the right one. Yeah, I think we're oxidized again. Okay, it's working though. Okay. So let me know if there's anything I can do to improve my skills. I am more than eager and happy to learn. All right, let's try here. Yeah, we didn't use any flux. I think that's part of the problem. Add a dab of flux. Pre-tinned my tip a little bit more this time. And let's go ahead and, see that? Look at that. Look how good that's flowing now. There we go. We'll just snip the rest of that off real quick. That should be okay. Not really necessary because there's nothing else that's going to interfere with that, but you know, you never know. Let's go ahead and bend this all the way down. There we go. That'll keep that contact from moving inside. There's one wire. Hopefully it's long enough, and let's go ahead and address this second wire, which is the black negative wire. Same procedure. We're going to just go ahead and hit it up with some solder first. Probably should use more flux when I'm doing this part too, but let's see. Okay. Now we're going to add the flux. Probably should have added flux first, but it'll be okay. It worked the first time. And now let's add our connection here. Yeah, see how easy that was the second time? Good enough, all right, cool. That's going the opposite direction now that I'm noticing. Yeah, I don't like that. We're gonna flip this around because that would just put too much stress on that wire. All right, let's go the other way. Let's try it from this direction. This might be a little easier said than done from this direction, but let's just tack it down real quick. See if that will help. Come on now. That'll do. Let's just snip the end of that off. Push this connector down all the way. There we go. Now we got the connectors and the wires facing the right way. We can start installing this back and solder these connections up. Okay. Let's see if we can grab some solder braid and wick that up. Use a thinner diameter this time. Probably a better way to do this too, but that's okay. Okay, we might be able to get that opened up a little bit. Okay, we're actually okay. We need a little more flux, I think. Now we need to get this black wire done, and this black wire looks like it's just by its lonesome up here. So that should be easy enough. A little more solder wick. Clean that up. There we go, nice. Kind of got a little confused where that went, but I think we're okay. There we go, that should be all right. I think that's all ground. Find out in a minute. Now let's see, I think we can just push this guy. Now we gotta be careful with the wires. If we do it like this, should be okay. And let's see, get this first screw in, and then the second screw needs to be put in. I'll have to do some test fitting to make sure we're doing this right. Get our other screw over here, and this needs to be bent a little bit there, and there we go. Nice. And this, I think, just goes like that. Why isn't that butting up against itself? Or is this gone backwards? Does this go this way? I don't think so. I think this goes like this. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Or does this make sense like this? Okay, that goes like that. Okay, no big deal. I'll have to make sure that red wire gets out of place and doesn't get disconnected or anything. So now we need to figure out, okay, these things go on the side. I remember that. Now, how many wheels do we put into each side? One wheel? I think that makes sense. Okay, that wheel just goes in like that, and this goes in like this. Okay. Now we need to put this, oop, that wheel just popped off. Can we put this up like this? Is that working? Will that work? I think that'll work. Come on now. What am I? I'm missing a wheel. Where's the other wheel at? Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Where'd the other wheel go? Am I tripping? Is it in here? No? Where on earth did that other wheel go? Have I gone crazy? There was no other wheel. That awful wheels. Where did that other wheel go? I am going nuts here. It's not in here, right? There's one. There's, oh, it was in there. Okay, we are crazy. All right. Whoop, that one just popped out. Time for the tweezers. All right, I don't know if these are directional or not. And now we're missing a fourth wheel. Oh, there's the other fourth wheel. It's in there. Okay. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Ah! Just gotta glide those wheels into place. And there. Is that, oh, no. That. Silly, it does not allow itself to go too far back. Okay, right there, right? And then we gotta put this guy in here. Perfect. Come on, cooperate. All right. Now, yeah. These wheels are so finicky, they do not want to stay in place. Nothing but the finest quality batteries from your friends at the Dollar Tree. Death. All right, what do you guys think? Will it work? Will it not work? It will not work. Darn, what did I do wrong? Something went wrong. Let me make sure I put these in right. It's the right thing, right? Darn. I'm gonna screw everything back up and see if there's something that we missed, or maybe we got some sort of, maybe something got cut or something. Might have to review the footage on the microscope and make sure we soldered everything up right. Maybe I'm screwed up there. What? Oh, no, that's still there. See, I remember, see, that's voltage negative, so that was the right area, wasn't it? It wasn't on the left side, was it? And that's voltage positive up there. What is going on here? Possible that something happened with the button? Maybe we need to get the multimeter out and test some stuff out. Oh, that actually just pops out altogether, huh? All right, well, what do you guys think? What is the issue going on here? So, is it possible our wires are garbage? Maybe we have that bridge and there's not supposed to be that bridge. I'm gonna look at the microscope and make sure we got all the connections right, and there was supposed to be a connection there. Maybe that's part of the problem. After some extensive testing, and I came to the conclusion, well, let me see. It's not continuity, we're fine. Could it be the button? Could the button not be actuating? Possibly, but then I had a thought, well, okay, well, what happens if I take these batteries out and switch them around? And I put the batteries in this way, and what the heck? I am gaslighting myself. You know what? I had the thought, so, you know, I know it's a little late. It's like almost 2 o'clock. And I thought, you know what? I should be recording. I really should be recording. And I wasn't recording. And it's not working now. Why isn't it working now? It's working half a second ago. Dadgummit. All right, forget it. Let's try it tomorrow. Do you ever have one of those projects that is just not going your way? And you kind of feel a little frustrated and you're recording yourself, but then you decide, you know what, I'm gonna not record myself for a moment, I'm gonna put the batteries in the other way, and then the project works. In fact, the robot was working for just a moment. So then I decided, shoot, all right, let me go ahead and start recording. Make sure I'll take the batteries out and then I'll put them back in and show you guys. Well, I did that and then it didn't work. But I took everything apart, disassembled it, and I found something that happened just recently. I'm assuming the last time I did this. The wire was cut. So we gotta replace the red positive wire. And then hopefully this will work now. Experience and learning. All right, see if we can just get this wire soldered back on there. It's gonna be 20 degrees tonight, and when it is 8 o'clock. And I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. All right, Mr. the Robot, let's see if we can get you fixed up and off to Dad. Try to hold that into place with the little finger. Whether my thumb is not, your finger is not too close, we'll find out in a second. All right, let's go back to the bench, the table, whatever you want to call it, and button it up or test it out, I don't know. So we'll go from there. We got that part done. Let's go. Perfect. Now we can put the batteries in and test. We'll try it both ways. No harm in trying either way. All right. Quick test. Nothing. Okay, let's try it again. The other way. Reverse the polarity. Nothing. We screwed something up here. Well, back to the drawing board. What the heck is going on? What is going on here? Okay.
Danger, Will Robinson.
I am an idiot. Yeah, so, I thought that this button back here would light him up. Apparently, it's these white buttons here. So, I probably was okay the first time I put this back together. Let's try this one more time.
My sensors indicate an intruder is present. Danger, Will Robinson. My sensors indicate an intruder is present. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson.
Well, we've done it! Fixed. Yes! Okay, cool. Now just need to clean it up a little bit and hand it off to Dad. And hopefully he will enjoy this robot for time to come. Thank you for watching, and God bless. Whee!